My little brother Alex,
Okay.
everyone knows is gay, right?
No way.
And yeah, believe it or not,
Jesus.
Xena Warrior Princess's biggest fan, queerer than a $3 bill. But either way,
Shout out, Alex. Your brother sucks.
When we were coming up, right? Like, for my old man, I guess it was he kind of didn't know how to handle it at times. But
way different back then, by the way. So
right, agreed, very much. But Alex, there was like a Britney Spears song had come on the radio, and they were in the car, and Alex legit said, he's like, "Oh, Britney, that's my spirit animal." Right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's what he said. And my dad, like, turned down the radio. He's like, "You know what, son? I'm glad to see you're taking an interest in girls." Alex was like, he's like, "Yeah, that's what that is."
Shout out, Mr. Lavelle. Ignorance is bliss. Ignorance is bliss.
Good evening, folks. I'm Liam Reese. This is the Working Perspectives podcast. We're doing the pop-in and bringing you the news in your world that doesn't make you depressed. You can find all our content at Working Perspectives Podcast on Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, Apple, all that good stuff. Tonight, I'm being joined by our president, CEO, and head insurance adjuster or something, Matt Lavelle. Matt, how are we on this fine fall day?
My man, Liam, I'm doing great, brother. Super excited for this. Great intro as always, my man. Good stuff.
Also joining us is our head of human resources and emissions, Steve Cabot. Steve, my friend, you're always good, but I'll ask anyway. How are you, brother?
I mean, a little better after I just let out some bodily emissions. But listen, the Cowboys lost and the Phillies are in the playoffs. Let's go!
That's right. Everyone's checked in, so let's get on with this hard-hitting journalism that you know us for.
It's all objective to be effective by voice in societies. Working perspectives, moving your day and how you get paid. Watching episode every Tuesday again. Transform while we inform with new episodes available on every platform. So check out online and how we get live and doing so sorry. Share and subscribe. We're just sharing. We're just sharing. We're just sharing. Working perspectives.
All right. Hello and welcome to the Working Perspectives podcast. On this show, we're going to be bringing you topics from around the globe. The topics are going to fall under three different categories. The categories are stupid is as stupid does, incredibly incredible, and sports and speds. We're going to kick it off with the first topic, stupid is as stupid does. Liam, I'm going to you. What do you got for stupid is as stupid does?
A Michigan woman was trapped in a Dixon Lake outhouse toilet trying to retrieve her Apple smartwatch. An unnamed woman got stuck in the outhouse trying to retrieve the smartwatch when she dropped in through the toilet into the containment area. And if you're wondering, the containment area, yes, that's the area where all the poopy and pee-pee goes. So the woman was heard screaming for help after she managed to lower herself into the pit, and police had to come. They had to remove the toilet and tie like lifting straps onto the rails and stuff and lift her up out of the toilet. So police are now urging citizens, if they lose items in an outhouse, to not attempt to retrieve them, as these pits pose serious health and safety hazards. Guys,
Yeah.
so the question I will ask you guys is, what would you go in there for, and what wouldn't you go in there for?
Go ahead, Steve.
Jesus Christ. Well, first off, to go in there, I would pay that Bills retard that takes the LSD to go in for me.
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, 2 weeks in a row, we got people going in.
Yeah.
I would pay him. So honestly, things I wouldn't go in for, everything. Things I would go in for, I don't know. This is gonna sound my nieces, my mother, a solid gold bar that they pulled out of Bob Mendez's New Jersey home. I don't know, something like that. That's it. Outside of that, nothing.
Yeah. Literally the only thing I can think of is, and then this is gonna get a little dark. But do you guys remember the movie Schindler's List?
Sure.
Remember the one scene when the Nazis are like raiding the camp and their little kid
yeah.
goes to hide
Yes.
in the and they're like, don't mess this up for us because there's already like 4 kids hiding in there.
Yep.
Yeah. Literally running from Nazis might be the only reason I would do that.
Unbelievable.
But man, yeah, dude, I don't know. I'd be like, I guess I'm getting a new phone, like whatever. Like that's
Yeah, so
I can't imagine.
yeah, so a phone or smartwatch or something is
Gone.
definitely not on that list. Dude, I'll
Absolutely
go get
not.
like the
Mhm.
$20 one from Boost Mobile or something
Yep.
before I will go after like an iPhone or a watch or
Ugh.
anything like that.
Now,
Dude.
I don't want to get real cynical, but I want to ask you two, what would be the technique if you had to? Like, say a guy's holding a gun to your wife's head. What's the technique? Do I like try to hold my breath? Do I wrap something around my face? Like, what's the technique to go? What is the technique?
Well, did she reach in with her arm and like
Too
fall
deep.
in that way and get
No,
stuck?
so those are set up. It looks like a toilet. There was pictures. So it looks like a toilet. It's mounted to the ground, but there's no like bowl or like, there's no like pipe that it hooks up to. It just goes into a containment pit. So she just kind of, but it looks like it's a regular toilet seat. So she was small enough to fit, like wiggle through that toilet seat and then drop down into it. Now, good luck getting back up.
Now, so this thing for like for my imagination, this is like a permanent porta potty. So the toilet's bolted down, but it's got the same thing where it's just like you said. It's just when you look into it, it's just 20 feet down into a pit.
Yeah, so it's an outhouse. So you're right. These are more permanent, not like a porta john. I said porta john, but yeah, it is like an actual
fancy
outhouse.
one.
Yeah,
it's a fancy porta
like,
potty.
It's the shack, and then built into the ground is the container.
Hell
okay,
yeah.
I see.
And they pump it out
Oh
probably
my
like once a
God.
week or some whatnot.
Oh my word!
but I mean,
dude.
Steve nailed it. You got to either be like you're like saving your family, or it's like life or death, or like extremely valuable. But a phone or smartwatch ain't doing it for me. That's for sure.
Yeah, not at all.
I'm gonna be honest.
I mean, go ahead.
This
Steve.
is a little vague. If Bob Mendez hid his money, for those of you who don't know, New Jersey guy, senator, found with tons of cash, he stowed money into a windbreaker. If that windbreaker was in the porta john and there was, I don't know, 100 racks in there, I might jump in the doo-doo. I don't know.
Yeah, I might be game for that. 100 racks.
Well, okay.
Okay.
Life changing.
Okay, but hold on. Is it 100,000 in like a bag in there, or is it like loose?
If it's loose,
100,000?
It's for the streets. I'm over. It's
right.
Gone.
Done.
Gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has to be
Agreed,
like
Matt.
a bag.
Agreed,
Yeah.
Matt.
Yeah.
Good
Dude,
point.
that's brutal.
Mhm.
Absolutely brutal. Dude, I remember one time I almost threw up at a Birds game because they had one porta potty for like every part of the parking lot, and it got filled up, dude.
Ew.
And I went in there and I was just like, I can't. Like, I literally almost threw up. It was
God.
It was legit filled to like
that's
like,
horrendous.
It was bad. But all right. Enough of that good stuff. Let's keep it moving.
Enough of that.
Real good stuff, Liam. Steve, I'm going to you. What do you got for Stupid Is and Stupid Does?
Funny, Liam proposed us with that because I might have the perfect person to go get it. So our favorite friend and a childhood hooah, Britney Spears, has taken her name a little too literal. She's back and better than ever, but she's back. Britney back in a video, half naked, doing a dance while brandishing 2 large kitchen knives. She's swinging these bad boys around like she's a samurai, almost cutting herself, swinging them all wild and whatnot, right? And again, baby, one more time, Britney Blades over here, then went on to say that she did this, and people, it was a joke. It's Halloween. It's September. Also said they were fake knives. In the video, you can hear you clanging the metal blades together. They make a certain noise. We're not plastic, right? So while she's doing all this, people are, again, I was on the free Britney thing. Like, maybe Britney shouldn't have been freed. Maybe they were, right? She's kooky as right? But the problem is, my favorite part is the reaction in this video of the 3 dogs she has, right? First, it's 2 little, like, I don't know, mallet something, those little furry, little tiny pieces of crap. And they're looking at her. You could tell, like, the one looks at the other dog, and they're like, oh, shit, mom's got weapons now? And they're, like, backing up. And then a third dog walks into the frame and looks up and sees her swinging them around because she's doing, like, you know, twirls and all types of wild shit. The other dog looks and was like, nope. Turned around, you could see, like, tail in its butt run away. They're all like, mom's back with that weird phone thing up again. And she's got really sharp objects. We gone. Yeah.
Dude, those dogs have seen it all. They're like, she's got the knives again.
The dog's reaction was my favorite part. Like, the poor dog, the looks on their face. You know how dogs, like animals like that, they're very expressionate, right? Like, you could see the expression. They are in sheer terror. Like, are we about to watch her kill herself? Because, I mean, the video, when you watch it, there's points where she's like stabbing him in directions that are just missing her. She's all sweaty and like hair's disheveled. It's
on meth.
Damn it, Britney.
Dude, I'll tell you, like, what a fall from grace. Like, when she was at the top of her tops, right? Like, you know,
Hit Me One More Time
came out, all that. Like, when she's at the height of it, she had a chance to go to like an elite level and become
Marilyn Monroe.
Well, exactly. Instead, she went to the Louisiana swamps that she's from, like her roots. Like, she had a chance to be elite, but instead we knew, like, the Louisiana's coming out of her. Yeah. And apparently coming in her too. Hey-o!
Kevin Federline's like, hopefully she stabs her neck and I can catch a paycheck again.
Yeah. Yeah, Kevin Federline is like,
a legend.
He was like a WWE champ for a while. Dude, that's wild. You want to hear a funny story? Alex, my little brother Alex, everyone knows is gay, right?
No way.
And I mean, believe it or not,
Jesus.
Xena Warrior Princess's biggest fan, queerer than a $3 bill. But either way,
shout out Alex, your brother sucks.
When we were coming up, right? Like, you know, for my old man, I guess it was, he kind of didn't know how to handle it at times, but
way different back then, by the way. So,
right. Agreed. Very much. But, Alex, there was, like a Britney Spears song had come on the radio and they were in the car and Alex legit said, he's like, oh, Britney, that's my spirit animal. Right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's what he said. And my dad, like, turned down the radio. He's like, you know what, son? I'm glad to see you're taking an interest in girls. Oh, no. Alex was like, he's like, yeah, that's what that is.
Shout out Mr. Lavelle. Ignorance is bliss. Ignorance is bliss.
Yeah, man. I mean, dude, he knew. I remember my mom told us a story one time where, like, they, like, you know, when we were kids and stuff, like, he's playing with doll, like, you know, he's like, you know, kind of not doing regular boy, whatever, being himself, which is fine.
Reenacting WWF in the living room, and he's got dolls.
Yeah, legit. I mean, yeah, kind of, but he was Harriet the Spy for like a whole summer. It was odd, you know, like doing his thing. But I remember my mom had told us, like, my dad like came up to her like one time, like, hey, I think Alex might be gay. And this is when he was like 6 years old. And she's like, yeah, you think? You know? I was like, whoa. Way to pick up on that, Einstein. But yeah, so good stuff, Liam. Real cool. Nice. Or Steve, sorry. Good stuff. Let's keep it moving. I want to go to incredibly incredible. Liam, I'm going back to you. What do you got?
Okay, incredibly incredible. Court documents have revealed that Cher is being accused of hiring men to kidnap her own adult son. The estranged wife of Elijah Blue Allman, who is the son of rock legend Greg Allman and Cher, is making these allegations in newly surfaced divorce documents. The accusation is that Cher specifically hired 4 men to abduct her own son in an effort to prevent him from reconciling with his then estranged wife. Elijah and his wife, Mary King, originally split in like 2021, but they got back together for 12 days in 2022 when 4 men broke into their hotel. Yeah. So they broke into their hotel and stole this bull on November 30th, which was their wedding anniversary. Stop. Now, King claims, the girl, the ex-wife, claims that one of these guys admitted to being hired by Cher. And the problem is, nobody can talk to this bull, Elijah, the son, because he's currently in a lockdown treatment facility with no access to a phone or to talk to anybody. This is wild.
Dude, I mean, talk about women's need to control everything.
Do you
know what I mean?
believe in love?
Yeah.
Apparently she did not.
Now,
But,
shout out
man.
Cher for bagging a damn almond and Sonny Bono. Like we just,
Mhm.
Cher was just pulling dicks like it was nothing.
Dude, Cher was legit. Like she was creme de la creme in her time, bro.
Like you
She
seen her
was
back in the
Killing it.
day, she was smoking.
Fatty,
You know,
fatty.
Back in the day,
Yeah,
bro.
fatty.
Yeah. Oof.
Now,
Oof.
didn't Sonny Bono almost die in a ski accident, like running into a tree or some
No,
shit?
he did
No,
die.
yeah,
he
he
did
did
die.
die.
That's how he did die.
Did Cher plant that tree and pay a guy to make that tree be there? Now, we going deep down the Cher hole now.
I don't know. It's looking
baby.
like she's kind of a G here, and she's got him stashed away at some some quiet facility where he can't talk to nobody. I was like shocked when I was reading all this stuff. I'm like, Cher, like the lady from VH1 when I was a kid, you know?
Yeah, I believe Cher dated Val Kilmer also, if I'm correct.
And what did Cher ever do with that giant retarded kid that had the weird face from the movie? She stashed him away too. Remember that movie she was in where she had like the retarded son with the giant head? What was it called?
Oh man, what was that movie called? Yeah,
it was like a
my
classic.
Gosh. Yeah,
I'm surprised Magic Matt over here doesn't remember this.
I'm blanking on it, man.
You don't remember that movie? She had the son with like a
No.
giant. He almost had like a hey you guys type head.
Oh
it was
man,
like a sloth head. It was enormous.
Hold on, I
can't remember that movie.
Right.
It was an '80s movie.
Yeah, and it comes up all the time.
We got here. Let me look. Damn, she was with Fun with Mussolini. That was a movie.
Sounds like I brought this podcast to a screeching halt to look for this, but whatever.
It's Mask. Mask.
That's it.
Yeah,
Mask.
Eric Stoltz plays the bull. Yeah.
Mask.
Yeah.
That's it.
Eric Stoltz.
Yeah, 93% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, it was a fantastic movie.
Yeah.
I'm so blown away that this is a movie that you haven't seen that I have, Mr.
Yeah.
Cinema. I feel like I'm in rare air.
Yeah.
If Cher hears this,
Dude.
I'm the next to get stashed away.
Yeah, man.
Please.
I ain't playing with Cher.
I think she was one of like the first ones too that had like a lot of like cosmetic surgeries done.
Mm-hmm.
Did she?
You know, I think
she
she's
got
had like a lot of work done.
Yeah.
I haven't
But
seen
I
her
think she
since
was like one of the first
1985.
ones to do it.
Yeah, I haven't seen her since the 90s, so I don't know what she looks like anymore. I didn't even know she was still alive, to be honest.
Yo, but young Cher, I mean,
would get gutted.
Oh,
Yes.
God, dang.
I would send my average white penis all into her ribs.
Yeah, fan of the show, listener of the show. All right, hold on. I do have a list here. I have a list of her ex-lovers.
Yes, much better.
You guys.
Much better than the movie list.
Yeah, that's
Let's
fun.
go, Matt. This one's gonna be a hit
right.
list. And make sure,
okay.
is there any condemnation next to it on who's dead and who's alive? Because I feel like most of these fellers have somehow passed away.
Okay, so in the 60s and 70s, it was believed that she had two very high-profile marriages with fellow musicians. So we know Sonny Bono and Greg Allman.
Of course.
Right? Over the years, she has been linked to a few famous, including Gene Simmons, Tom Cruise, Alexander Edwards, who is 40 years younger than her. I have no clue. Oh, some young black kid, I guess.
Hell yeah.
I don't really know who he is. Shout out to him.
Yeah, shout out him.
Yeah. She's also got here. Let's keep it moving. She's been with Warren Beatty, Sonny Bono. We already knew that one. David Geffen. I don't know who that is. Greg Allman. We knew that one. Gene Simmons from.
Are you starting from the beginning? I'm confused.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then Val Kilmer.
Yes.
Josh Donnan. Don't know who that is.
Me neither.
Tom Cruise.
Yep, we heard it.
Rob Camilletti.
I don't know who that is.
He's a baker. I don't know.
Sounds gay.
Richie Sambora.
Oh, Richie's a partier.
From Bon Jovi.
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
Ron Zimmerman.
Wait a minute. Is that the dude that killed Tavon?
No, he's a screenwriter.
Who's that Zimmerman?
I don't know.
That guy sucks.
And then,
anyway,
Alexander Edwards, aka AE, who's 40 years younger than her. They started dating in the fall of 2022. Yep.
Well,
so there you go.
Can I get clarification? Because I should know better than this. Because O'Connor's older brother, he's like the biggest Allman Brothers fan on the planet. Isn't Greg the talented one? There's like the two brothers, the Allman Brothers. Is he the one that's more like the vocalist and more like the songwriter? And I think he's the one, right? Greg Allman's the one of the Allman brothers.
Man, I wish I could tell you.
I know,
but
me too.
I literally have no clue.
I
So
know.
we should just put a disclaimer out there, though. This Cher story, by the way, none of it's been like substantiated. This is an accusation at this point. You know
I feel like when it's a hard hitting reporter like you, it's substantiated. Fuck out of here.
Yeah. This is all. I mean, we are the number one source for news, guys.
Dog,
all our stuff is credible.
Scream got his ear to the streets. I believe you, cuz not this bullshit ABC.
Nice. All right, let's keep it moving then. Steve, what do you got for incredibly incredible?
That was a fun one. This one's not as fun. So, in light of for the people in Philadelphia that's seen all the nonsense with these idiot cops nowadays, right? So this one is a little bit funny, but also it's annoying. We're going to the home state in our place. We go on PA, right? We got the PA state trooper, Ronald Davis, 37, who's currently behind bars after physically detaining his 37-year-old girlfriend, Michelle Perfavo, and then using his status as a Pennsylvania state trooper to have her condemned to the Lehigh Valley Hospital for several days under the false mental health check by intentionally misrepresenting a text argument between the two. He wasn't on duty, so he called to have her committed involuntarily. And he has the power to do that. So his boys then call him back, and within like 20 minutes, they're like, we can't locate this broad. So he says, quote, I quote you, I'll take care of this myself, while he's off duty. Drove to where he knew she was. She sees him jump out the wheel like he's the jump out boys. Like she's about to get murked. She knows. She starts a 10-yard dash. Homeboy, who's way bigger than her, and she's like a Manhattan socialite too, so she's bad, runs her down. He's a giant dork. Runs, tackles her, holds her to the ground for 10 minutes while she screams, what the F are you doing? This is illegal. There's nothing wrong. They eventually had the cops come. Of course, they believe him because he's a jerk-off cop.
Right.
They obviously commit her, realize that she's absolutely not a Looney Tune. The judge then goes back through their text messages, realizes that he absolutely misrepresented the situation. She was not false to saying she was going to kill herself, right? So when that happens, it all comes out. He's a piece of shit. And to top it off, he's got a wife and 2 kids at home.
That was his side piece that he did all that too? Oh my God.
Sent the side piece to the loony bin, thinking what? She wouldn't speak out about this? This girl is a New York, Manhattan socialite, right? She's out in the biggest parties because she's bad. All in like with the biggest. You think she doesn't know a couple people she can get this story out to? Homeboy, use your head, not the other head. You understand?
She just wanted a bit of rough with a blue collar dude, and then she gets this.
This dork. God. And the dude is big too. Like, and she's tiny. Dork.
Yo, dude, that's nuts. Honestly, like, I wonder if a thing's gonna start to happen where other police are gonna get fed up with, like, because legit, this is dork a big black eye. Yeah, like they gotta get fed up with this stuff, man. That's like the police are being like, God, this is now we're gonna have to deal with this bullshit again because everything's assimilated. But man, this is a tough, like, because this is like abusing the law, which is that's like.
And listen, we all know on this show, I'm no advocate for the police, right? But I do know a bunch of really good officers that are good people, do the right thing. For the most part, it's usually dorks who are untrained trying to get back at people, and they just have the wrong mentality about stuff. And I'm not shitting on all cops. There are even me, who I hate cops. There are really good cops in this world, but most of them are these dorks that like get on this power trip, can do whatever they want. You know what I mean? Like, come on, cuz
they were bullied, and then now they got like. I wonder why like psychiatrists really haven't done a study or created like a test or exam to prove like there are certain people that should never be given any semblance of authority.
Agreed,
like
Matt.
never ever given any semblance of authority because they will completely abuse it. Right.
Agreed.
Like there has to be a test or maybe like a psychological exam or anything that can be done that it's like it can be done. There's so many facets that this could be fallen under. But when it comes to law enforcement, the like any semblance of authority, the fact that you would completely abuse it like that, Like that's like there's one thing like yeah, someone gets beat, that's awful. But the fact that they were able to incarcerate someone in the nut house, like that's fucking
A
scary.
psych evaluation. And here's my thing,
scary.
Liam. If you were a cop on the other end and you heard we know who this dude is, right? You guys know who you are. You're in the precinct. You know who this dude's a jerk off with a side piece. And you hear him say while he's off duty, "I'll do it myself." Doesn't someone like, Bert, hey, Ryan, you dork, don't do that. We're gonna come get you.
Yeah.
And when they show up, they take her.
So I don't know, man. I think part of the problem is just that they kind of think that they're watching out for their own, but they're
Right.
not. You know what I mean? It's something that obviously something has to be done about it, but I think it's a complex issue, dude. You know what I mean? Because it's
so deep.
It's like a brotherhood, so they go to bat for each other and everything. But I don't know. They have to make a change where if they do go against the grain, like there's no retaliation, and if there is, they're protected from it and everything. Yeah, because there was at least one person there that's like, dude, this is wrong. We have to stop this.
Yeah.
And it probably got shut down because they're like, no, he's one of ours.
Yeah.
We don't do that. You know what I mean? Like that's what they have to weed out. But
I agree.
Yeah.
Agreed. I'm sure there's a guy that was like, she's a good chick. Like, I know her. Stop, dog. What do you mean? She's not crazy.
I mean, regardless, that should be. I mean,
Ugh, not to
dude,
be a
that's-
shithead,
yeah.
but Jesus, do better.
How about
Do
it?
better.
Do better. Agreed. All right, let's keep it moving then. Let's go on to sports and speds. Steve, what do you got for sports and the speds?
If you can't see the smile on my face already, I already watched the Cowgirls lose to a bottom of the barrel team in the NFL.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Now we're going to move a little bit south of New York and Philly in our division, and we go into good old Washington Foreskins. Now, the Washington Foreskins are being sued by NAGA, the North American Guardians Association, in a North Dakota U.S. District Court. And these fine fellers who represent the Native Americans in that area are suing them for defamation, claiming that the organization, the shitty organization I meant, is delegitimizing this group. The suit wants the Foreskins to go back to the Redskins, citing history, legacy, and most importantly, most Native Americans, almost all, do not feel that the word Redskins is derogatory. Instead, they feel it's powerful, and the powerful are trying to delete the Native Americans, which see the moniker of Redskins as a sign of honoring deep cultural, historical, and emotional significance. So what they're saying is it's a bunch of rich white dorks that wanted to get rid of Redskins when the people that would be like a bunch of Puerto Ricans saying that they want to get rid of the word cowboys because it's mean. People are like, what the hell do you care? And these Native Americans are like, whoa, we have no issue with it. We're cool with Chiefs. We're cool with Redskins. Like, we're cool with all that.
Yeah.
It helps represent our history and who we are. Like, no, we're cool. I mean, they're not the coolest with it because the Foreskins suck dick. But they are cool with the name. So, shout out to those guys to stand up to these rich, dorky, whoever the hell's in power that decided to make this decision that are clearly not Native American.
Yeah, the Native Americans are like, look, we've really had enough of white people making decisions for us.
Yo.
So, if anything, we could give a shit about this name. We would just like you to leave us the hell alone.
Please.
Yeah. Please.
Yeah, I mean,
same thing, dude. I'm sure. Like, I'm surprised. Like the Indians, the Cleveland Indians, probably are gonna get another gimmick. You know what I mean? Like, why they don't give a damn? And like, why? I mean, yeah. So it was literally all bots and angry whites that got up on their high horse about
100%.
this Redskin shit.
It's usually
God, that's another thing, man.
And listen,
dude, it's like that's another thing, like a cop thing, like. These type of white people give white people a bad name.
And again,
like
me and you, Matt, we're big on history, right? Me and you, we have a common bond with that. We love that. If I was them, I would force them to make it a cooler name. I want like Comanche or Banshee. Like the guys that literally, they couldn't tame Texas until 100 years ago because these Indians on horseback would just murk everyone. Some of the greatest warriors that the world's ever seen. How about we put that on a football team? How about we have like, instead of the Houston Texans, how about like the Texas Comanches?
Like,
that would be so dope.
if facto, no one's getting rid of the Atlanta Braves,
Right?
Because it's an honorary term. Same thing with the
100%.
Chiefs.
Yes.
Yes, an honorary term.
So
yeah,
I like where you're headed. Like, so instead of taking away the name from like Washington and just making it like the Commanders, that doesn't really have anything to do with
So
it.
corny.
Then you honor it like a better way, like a more You give
Banshee
it
would be
like the
dope.
power
Washington
to them.
Comanches.
I like
Comanches,
that.
Banshee, all them guys.
Yeah,
Dude.
I like that.
Apache. Can I get Apache?
The tomahawks.
Yes.
Or something like that.
Dude.
Yeah,
that works.
Yeah,
I like that.
The warrior race of the Native Americans that they didn't. They really changed where they got horses, but they didn't care about like setting up a community. They were just nomads that roamed around on horses, and when they saw shit, they did up.
Yeah, they could get like if they really wanted to stick it to us, they could be called like the Washington Crazy Horses. Merked Custer.
Everyone,
you know what I mean?
Yes, that'd be sick. And they're also in America be like, you can't do that. Well, you're also building the world's biggest monument out of a mountain for Crazy Horse. So let's not like get nuts. You know what I mean? Come on. Dorky whites.
Yeah, no, I agree. That's the kind of stuff, man.
How about me? How about
giving us a bad name?
How about we make a stand? Me, you, Scream, and the working perspectives that we can't let these dorky whites give us a dork name anymore. I'm tired of these dorky whites making us look like dorks. God damn
I really
it.
do get, I really do. It does upset me. You know, the things that upset me is that like whites are automatically assimilated with like the dorky soapbox
and like, the rich guys.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't even want to say
I got free lunches when I was in high school. My family was so poor. So suck it with your whole holier than thou. Get out of my face. I had 10-cent lunches.
Also, none of us would ever get on a soapbox to change the name of a damn team.
So stupid.
You know, like I mean, we do want to change it now, and we've been on our soapbox for the last couple of minutes talking about it. But initially,
and I mean,
we were like, no.
Let's be honest. I would love to change the New York Giants to the New York Midgets, but whatever. That's another time and another place.
The New York Noodles, something like that. Yep. Sure.
Danny doesn't dime.
Yeah, dude, how about it? Nice. All right, very good. Lishmoosh, what do you got for sports and speds?
Matt, what do I always say is the most prestigious sporting event in the world?
The cheese roll.
Is it? I don't know. I'm at a loss for words.
Cheese roll was close.
Damn it.
So the boot throwing record has been broken at the National Plowing Championships.
The what? Repeat
that.
The
National Plowing Championships. So the National Plowing Championships in Ireland hosted a Guinness World Record successful attempt where 995 people threw Wellington boots into the air. The youth farming group Macra shattered the previous record of 792 in 2018 at the agricultural show in England. The evidence from the attempt has been submitted and is now being officially certified by the Guinness World Records.
What's the submitted proposal? How does that go down?
I don't know. When I saw like,
go ahead.
So the original record was 792 people throw boots up into the air. So now 995 people threw boots up into the air.
I'm so sped it out that I swore I thought you meant like it was a height from a specific one man. I was all wait till we get John Elway to throw one. Ireland.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean as a communal, how many people could do it at one time?
Yeah, so now it's so stupid. Now just like 996 dudes are gonna get together and throw boots up into the air. You know?
Dude, I love that everyone could get jazzed up and involved in a Guinness World Record. You know what I mean? Like if someone came to us and said, like, yo, man, come here and take a half hour. We all gotta throw a boot up
the most
at the same
to ever
time.
Smoke a blunt. I'm in.
Then we're in the Guinness Book of World Records. And we go. Yeah. Do you know how many times like we would read that book and be like, dude, we got to think of something to get in. How many times can you do a jumping jack? All right, 25. Is that the record? No. You know what I mean? It's
the funniest one I've ever seen is where the bull lays out a bunch of coconuts, and he smashes them open with his forehead.
Oh,
Dude,
my
that was
God.
hilarious. I'm sitting there cracking up at my TV screen because, like, how is this a thing? Dude, there's cameras, a crowd, everybody's watching this fool just smash coconuts with his forehead. Dude, it's hilarious.
And listen, I'm not here to be derogatory, right? We love everybody, but I got to ask the question, Liam. How intoxicated do you think these Irishmen were when they all got together to throw Das Boot in the air?
I can't imagine it was like a, you know what I mean? It was
Sober
like
event?
Yeah, that they absolutely had to be sober. I don't think they drug test for the boot throwing.
I don't think AA exists in Ireland.
So what I think,
Like, hey there, fella, let's go throw the boot, huh? Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, throw the boot, eh?
And now it's Ireland sticking it to England because England had the last record. So now
Hell
the Irish got together to throw it up.
And remember, that's
Nice.
a big rivalry. You're only got the English Channel across the way, so it might as well be like Philly versus Jersey. You know what I mean?
Bro, dude, my
Let's go.
stepmom's from Dublin and told me that English people ate Irish babies. You know what I'm saying? Like, the hatred is real, bro.
Oh yeah, they definitely hate it.
Yo.
Yeah, they be hating.
That's
big
awesome.
time. Nice. Shout out Guinness Book of World Records.
Shout out
Maybe we'll be in there
Ireland.
one day. Shout out Ireland, fan of the show, listen to the show. All right, good stuff, guys. We are coming towards the top O time. Really good show today. Steve, what do you got before we get out of here?
Is my camera on? Can you guys hear me? You see me? I just want to let you guys know that any donations towards the Working Perspective podcast to break the boot throwing world record will be sent to HR at 608 Garfield Avenue. And if you would like to participate, please hit up Matthew Lavelle and let him know so we can beat these Irish pricks.
I would like to see the record for most booties slapped in a row. And maybe instead of the boot world record, we could get the booty world record. Just saying.
I like where your head's at.
Anyone interested in that, male or female,
I am.
please let us know. Nice. All right, Lashmoosh, what do you got before we get out of here?
Everybody, be careful. Don't cross Cher. You will get murdered.
Or stashed away in a weird ass facility.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, real quick though, before we get out of here, we are about to record our Let's Get Retorted for this week. For everyone listening here, please check it out. There's a really cool message that we're gonna read, and I'm really excited for everyone to hear.
And I'll fucking cry.
Yep. Speaking of fucking crying, this has been another episode of the Working Perspectives podcast.
My guy.
I'm Matt Lavelle, coming today by Strong
Let's go.
Cabot, Lashmize, Liam Reese. And in case you're wondering, you can find all our stuff and all our content on all podcast platforms and YouTube at Working Perspectives Podcast. You can also on Instagram at Working Perspectives Podcast. You can join us on Twitter and TikTok at Working P Pod. And if you'd like to be a guest on the show, please email us at workingperspectives@gmail.com. And thanks for listening. Stick around.
Listen or die.
Yep. All right. Thanks for listening. Have a great weekend. Thanks. See you. All right. This is post show. We're going to record Let's Get Retorted. We got a very special message we're going to read. Really excited for this.
Hell yeah.
So, yeah, go ahead and check it out. All right. Thanks. See you.
Let's go.